This is CPM Precalculus, Chapter 2, number 41. So here we're asked to find the inverse function of f for f of x is equal to 5x minus 1. So remember when we were talking about inverses, we're talking about how we wrap versus unwrap the function, okay? So if that hint helps you and you could go ahead and use that hint. If you want to just get started here and then go ahead and finish it on your own, that's great. So how do we wrap the function? Well, f of x was wrapped. So wrap f of x. So how does it get wrapped? So remember, we always start with y is equal to x, right? That's where we start. Then next we do, well, what did we do to create function f of x? So if you see, it's going to be 5 times x minus 1. So the first thing we're going to do is, we can only do one thing at a time. We multiply by 5. Multiply by 5, right? And second, we subtract 5x, subtract 1. So we do one thing, 1, right? Subtract 1. And this right here is f of x, okay? So this is how we wrap the function, and now we wrapped it, and this is our final wrapping, f of x. So how do we unwrap it? So unwrapping, remember, goes in the opposite order and starts again. So unwrapping, we start here at y is equal to x, and then we do the opposite of all these things that we did to it when we wrapped it in the opposite order. So first we're going to say, well, what's the opposite of subtract 1? Add 1, okay? What's the opposite of multiply by 5? Divide by 5. So we do the whole thing before it, right? Divide by 5. Okay? So when we do all those things, this becomes our inverse function when we're done. So the inverse function of f, that's how we say this. The inverse function of f is equal to x plus 1 over 5. Okay? And that's how we get it. We just copy what we get when we're done here, unwrapping the function, and box your answer. And we're done finding the inverse of f. Okay? And that ends CPM Precalculus, Chapter 2, number 41.